You want to get rid of your forward controls on your Dyna and slap on some throttle addiction mid controls? We're going to show you how. Here's the look we're going for with our throttle addiction mid control kit for Dynas. We also have it in black. We're going to be putting the black one on this Dyna. Let's go unbox it, see what we get. Mid control kit here, SKU 3630. This is the one we are going to be putting on this beautiful 05 Dyna. What you will get: shift lever, shift side foot bracket, brake side peg mount right there. Got a little snap ring on there. Brake pedal, brake master cylinder rod, and our shift linkage. Chrome polished set here, SKU 3276, and our black set here, 3630. These both fit from 1991 to 2017 Dynas. Let's grab the black set and get it thrown on. You will need the primary that already has the shift shaft coming through your inner and your outer primary, which is this guy right here, blocked off, and then it also has the inner shift linkage installed, and as you can see, it's just bolted off to keep it in place. So if it came with stock mid controls or was set up with this primary set, you're good to go. Otherwise, if not, you're buying a new inner primary, buying a new outer primary, changing all that to make this kit work. First thing I'm going to do is strip our pegs off because we're going to be reusing these guys. And I find it's a lot easier to disconnect everything when it's still on the bike rather than floating around on your bench. Don't lose our little spring clip there. Set that aside. Next thing we're going to do is pull our shift lever off. We're going to reuse this bolt in our new shift lever. Done with that. Keeping our bolt. Before we pull our bracket off here, we're going to disconnect our shift linkage back here. So there's a threaded stud off our heim joint here. Sometimes you can move your shifter forward, backwards to get yourself a little more room. Get it broke loose, and then we are going to just spin that guy off there. Ta-da! We're free back there. Now we're just going to pull all this stuff off. This is a Torx. It is not an Allen. Make sure you're using a Torx. And off she comes. So now what we have to do is free up our shift linkage that goes down through our primary here. So we're going to get rid of this cover and then unbolt our shift linkage. Tiny little Allen set screw back here. Loosen her up, slides right off. And that is our shift shaft. Swap meet pile. What we're going to do is free up our shift linkage. And we're going to pull that little bracket off there so it does not interfere in the future. All we have to do is loosen it up a little because that thing is slotted. Slide her right out of there. Put our hardware back in it, throw it in the cell pile. Make sure we tighten this guy back down. We are going to need our peg mount bracket, the one without the brake shaft on it, shift lever, and our shift linkage. We'll start with this bag of goodies here. We'll start by throwing our jam nuts on here. There you go. Center them up so we're about half thread into our heim joints. Slide those guys on. All right, we are ready to roll. I'll start by getting the back one in. We got that snugged in there. Now we're going to take that included lock nut here and just put it right on the back of our threaded rod as a bit of extra precaution so she doesn't come off. Give her a little tighten. Abby. All right. In. Now we went in our bolt bin, found us a little 5/8 bolt here, and we're gonna throw a little lock nut on it for the fun of it. So now we got our heim joints right where they want them. We're going to tighten our lock nuts down and move on. So this is where our peg mount is going to bolt into. And there are some nice threaded holes behind here. We can move right up here to plug those holes. We are going to get some 3/8 by 1 1/4 hardware here. Throw a little Loctite on them and bolt them up in place. Give those the proper torque. Shifter here. Going to take our old shift rubber and the old pinch bolt that came off our shifter we pulled off. Throw a little Loctite in those. And I'm just gonna guess right now, eventually we will want to get our pegs on, sit on there, make sure this is right where it makes us happy. But I'm gonna guess right there. If you try to push this on, it is gonna push back our shift linkage. So I like to just hold that thing kind of in place there, get her pushed on, and you'll know if it's on far enough because your bolt will not be able to go in the groove of the shaft if it's not incorrect, but we got her right where we like her. Give that a tighten. Make sure everything does what she's supposed to. So at this point, we're gonna throw our pegs on. I mean, in my opinion, these are a little crusty and old. I'd probably go to throttleaddiction.com and buy myself some cool new Bates pegs, some Pangea Speed pegs, some Anderson pegs. I mean, there's a million out there. Get something cool. Put our little spring clip in here. Things different. And give her a wiggle till you get it to go. Throw our nut on. There you go. Looking faster already. Moving on to the brake side, the A side. We're gonna start by, again, pulling our peg off while it's on here, make life easier. Get our mount off, pull our brake rod off, get the new stuff on, let's go. Save for reinstall pile. And now I'm going to pull the pin here, this pin out of our brake pedal, brake rod connection in order to get these guys off. So I'm gonna pull the cotter key off the back. All right. Washer off. Pin is gone. So the reason I like to do that is it's tough to get to this top bolt here. So if you separate it, I find it just makes life a little easier. We're going to get underneath here and disconnect our rod from our brake master cylinder. It is a little tight up in there. If you look closely, this is our brake rod coming back in here. This is our brake master cylinder plunger. There is a jam nut we need to loosen, and then we need to unthread our rod from the plunger. In some instances, it might just be easier to pull the exhaust off, give yourself a good clean slate. We're gonna struggle through, do it without. 7/16 on our square plunger end, 1/2 inch on our jam nut, and give the jam nut a little bitty loosen, back it off a couple turns. Just unscrew our rod here from the master cylinder. And we have it. We do need this jam nut right here. we're going to throw that on our new rod. So we will buzz that off. Ta-da. So before we get going here, we're going to do a little pre-assembly. We're going to take that jam nut we took off of the other rod and spin that guy on. Like a 1/4 inch of thread sticking out. Don't run it all the way on. Something about yay. Good to go there. Now your right side mount is also your brake pivot. It comes with a snap ring on there to hold your brake on. So we're going to plop that off with our snap ring pliers or a screwdriver if you don't have them. And we're going to pre-assemble this guy. But first, we're going to pull our brake pin out, cotter pin. We are going to mate these two guys together here. Slide that on. And then we're going to put our snap ring back on there, making sure we're in our groove, holding our brake pedal on. Install our brake rod. Reuse the old washer. Put our cotter pin on to make sure it all stays where we want it. We have our whole assembly here, and we're going to drop our brake rod through. Line up our 2 bolt holes there. We'll Loctite on those if I didn't already say that. Get this guy threaded in here. So we're going to lift our brake pedal up, align it with our master cylinder, thread this until we get it threaded onto that rod. Got her started in there, and now it's just a matter of spinning it in until it butts up against our jam nut and tightening it down. Again, this is what adjusts the height of your pedal. So this is where you're going to want to watch and make sure you like where that thing's at. Thread the rod in, drops the pedal down. We got our pedal where we like it. And now, just like before, I'm going to take that. We are just going to hold our master cylinder plunger, tighten down our pinch bolt, keeps it where we want it, stops it from moving. Snug up our mount bolt and give them a nice torque. All that's left, putting our peg on. Snug her down, and you're ready to roll. Didn't even have to pull the exhaust off. There you have it. Pretty straightforward. You don't have to take a ton of stuff off. Don't need a bunch of extra stuff. Get rid of your stock forward controls. Move your feet right back where they're intended to be, in my opinion, to some nice throttle addiction mid controls. Available in chrome, available in black. You choose. We got you covered. ThrottleAddiction.com.